My name is Brandon Brown, and I did my internship with Sears. And the first thing I'd like to point out is Sears recently redesigned their logo. They made it slimmer and more open, so hopefully it'd be more appealing than the traditional is like very thick, very bold, sort of more intimidating, more old school. Generally what I'm going to be going over with, just a little bit of background information, is I started working at Sears in November of 2010. Well before I did my internship in the electronics department, which is commission sales. I feel that this really gave me an advantage, like knowing the systems and the policies, and because my internship I was a general management, so it really gave me insight on how to help customer solutions and how to just deal with problems instead of just coming in from scratch. I'm going to go over the dress code and like what's generally expected there, go into the experience and the mentorships I've had, then generally the internship itself and the job responsibilities associated with it. The corporate conference and Lou's culture. For those of you who do not know who Lou is, it's Lou D'Ambrosio. It's the one of the newer CEOs of Sears. He's recently been there for only a year or so, if I recall correctly. And then really what I learned and then the results from the internship. The dress code generally requires all associates to have black or tan dress pants, a belt, and then a polo shirt tucked in, of course, or a dress shirt. Certain departments have additional or separate rules or conditions, such as for sales associates, they can generally wear blue shirts, while black's reserved for managers. And just a general thing like this right here is generally acceptable dress code for an associate position. And then something I did notice about the dress code is I did get to go to a corporate conference in Chicago. And even up there, even the CEO, it's more of a relaxed dress code. Like it was no ties, like his top button was undone, basically just a suit jacket and a button-up short. It was just a very relaxed and very open culture. As I was telling you, I did start my working at Sears before my internship, so it did give me the advantage of knowledge of the product and the systems. Like I was telling you about the policy, such as a return policy, just general knowledge of the register, our programs. So I didn't have to learn that coming in, so I really had a leg up on a lot of the other interns selected. I was surrounded by experience. I was lucky enough to have my manager in BC, which is Brand Central. He was a recent store manager from Best Buy, so he was loaded with experience and really took me under his wing as like he was my mentor. He really took me under his wing, taught me a lot, and like I was able to learn a lot before I even started. And I think the thing that really helped me the most was the knowledge and prior experience with the workforce. Like instead of walking in where I was a new face, I knew these people, I knew what motivated them and really what they were capable of, and it really helped me out because I was more of a, I won't say more of a friend than just the new guy there for a few months. My responsibilities and experiences include I rotated through various job functions ranging from loss prevention, help reduce shrink, catch people stealing, just basic security and things like that, to human resources. I was actually able to conduct an interview rating potential employees and see that side of it, from the paying people to scheduling to business analysis. I was really able to get a wide grasp of everything. I was able to improve on my customer service and product decision skills, such as making customers happy, knowing the bottom line of like this is how much we could sell this for and still make a profit, and just knowing like the profitability margins and know like how much I could put this on sale for, where to place this to promote sales for it. And I was able to have the opportunity to work at 2 different stores. I worked at the store out at Mercer Mall on Route 52, and it was more of a better store judging by numbers. And I was also able to go up and work at the Beckley store, which was a little lacking on management. So my store manager actually got sent up there, and he did take me with him, and I had the opportunity to be assistant store manager and basically run the whole store along with the other managers, which I thought was a very unique opportunity. As part of my internship for a corporate Sears corporate, I had to complete a Shop Your Way rewards experiment. What Shop Your Way rewards is, it's a loyalty card, kind of like a Kroger card. And we had to report on like how we could better present it to customers, how it is being presented, ideas, suggestions. And one of the things that was unique to my store that I actually got to report to corporate was when you first bring up a card, generally everyone thinks a credit card and their first reaction is no. So one way we can present it is, do you have your discount card? Because when you say the word discount, naturally everybody's like, oh, discount, everybody wants one. So we was able to present that to corporate, and it seems to be more widely adapted. Like from all the suggestions they actually got from the interns, they've actually taken and adapted the program, and personally I think they have made it better. I got to go up to Chicago, Illinois for a conference and meet everyone from the CEO himself, Lou D'Ambrosio, to the people over every department, such as Dev Murajev. He's over appliances, John Goodman for clothing, and you actually got to talk to them and ask questions, and they just sort of gave you like, this is where we're going in the future. And then I finally had to transition back because I currently am still employed by Sears, and transitioning back, I really got a opportunity to take all these things I've learned, like the big picture of Sears, like how things run, and transfer it back to being an employee, and it really has helped me because I know like the thought process behind everything, like this is why I can do this, this is why they want me to do that. It's really made things a lot more transparent and easier to follow. Under the new CEO guideline, Lou's guidelines, he has 3 basic principles that I really learned, and this is his basic what Sears needs to go by. It's a strategy you want to play to win, which effectively means if you're out there and you're wanting to compete, you're in it to win it. We're not going for second place, third place. We want to be, if you want to be the best store, like online store, you have to allocate resources and be the best online store. Put thought and effort into it. You can't just say it and do it. Execution is you want to get in the fighting shape, as I was talking about. If you want to do something, like if you trained your whole life to be a baseball player, you're probably not going to be an NFL star. So if you're going to do something, you really have to get into that shape and practice it and just do it. And culture. Culture was his biggest thing. He was really wanting to come up with a new culture for Sears in general. And he wanted to create a thrilling and rewarding experience. And at the conference, he actually said, whatever you do, you want to do something that matters. Under his culture, first thing he had is customers first, is everything begins and ends with the customers in mind. What this means is everything from marketing to how much we're selling to what we're selling, it all has to do with customers first, because without customers, there'd be no Sears, there'd be no revenue, no business. He also says activity is interesting and results count. What this means is you can run around and have all this activity, but if you're not getting the results you want, it doesn't really matter. It's wasted potential, wasted energy, because you're not achieving in the general direction that the organization wants you to. And then he also wants you to do it with speed, with a purpose, and learning. Whatever you do, you need to do it more quickly, and you need to learn from it and have a purpose behind. Like, if you do something, you want to be able to move in the direction of the organization, do it fastly, be able to adapt to the ever-changing environment. He also wants to widen the circle of involvement, and he says no spectators are allowed. This is everyone participates from the lowest end to the top. It's not just a few making the choices from the many. They really try to get everybody involved in this process. And to incorporate culture, he likes to incorporate art and science into it. He says that this makes the culture just richer in general. And he also is a firm believer of the power of 10. He says effective meetings can have as little as 10 people. Effective presentations can have as little as 10 slides. It doesn't have to be nothing huge and that weighs people down. It's really, you just get there, you get the point across, and this is where you're going. There's no need to waste time. As the results from the internship, I did receive a job offer for the Retail Leadership and Development Program. What that is, it's a 6-year program where I generally go more in depth with each position, and generally end up with running my own store at the end of 6 years. Really the takeaways I got from the whole internship in general, I was able to observe management styles and different perspectives of employees from various levels of the corporation, from the people I worked with to getting to go to Beckley, the new store, and seeing the management styles up there for a store that wasn't doing as successful, and even go up to corporate and just see their relaxed culture and style. Like even the top executives, they shared a common cafeteria with the entry-level corporate workers. So I thought that was fairly interesting to have such an open culture. like I said, the culture and attitude, as I was just going over, like sharing the same stuff, the relaxed dress code. They didn't seem to have a hierarchical parking. It was just all open and basically working together as one instead of individuals. And the biggest personal takeaway I got was really helping develop like people, and then watching them grow and learn, and while still growing and learning yourself. Like judging by the numbers that they was putting out, like you can go in there and look at the numbers 1 week, and then 2 weeks down the road I'd look at them and there'd be an improvement, and it just gain a sense of personal satisfaction that you're partially responsible for that. Is there any questions?
I have a two-part question, Brandon.
Okay.
Sears was in the news in the last couple of days, and the stock price jumped up. Do you happen to know what was going on there?
I'm not for sure, but just speculation. If I'm not mistaken, we've actually comped the past quarter. So I'm thinking where we actually are, we're either over the past few quarters we've been either very close to making it, or we've actually received profit. So I'm thinking where we are that close, I think it might be jumping the stock price, just out of a pure guess.
And the second question, in your perception, how good of an opportunity do we have to place another student?
I think it's a great opportunity, especially if you want to work out of the Bluefield store out at Mercer Mall. Just because it's a smaller store, a smaller environment, it's a great opportunity to learn. You can get really close with even the store manager, the brand central, where at other stores they might not have as much time to be able to devote to you. It's a very hands-on. They'll help you any way they can in securing the internship. Actually, after asking the store manager about if they had any opportunities, he's the one that come back with this one for me. And he really helped me in everything from reviewing and revising my resume to send in to questions and how I should phrase things when I went to the conference. He really just helped me overall, and they're very willing to help really anybody. Is anything else? Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.